The road to Euro 2024 starts over the next few days as some of the heavyweights in Europe go head-to-head, including England against Italy in the qualifier. They're, of course, drawn in the same group. Remember, it's the top two that qualify. According to the bookies, that can't be right. Italy, well, it could be that Italy are favourites, but just bet on everyone. You're going to win there. Italy then 7-4, draw 2-1. England come in at 3-2, which puts them slight favourites ahead of Italy. In fact, Gab, looking ahead to this tie, is that right? England are favourites.
I don't know. I mean, Italy have a lot of players out. Obviously, England have important players out, like Rashford, who obviously was in good form as well. I think it's always, these March internationals are always very tough to call. I think I am a little surprised simply because England haven't actually won in Italy. I think I'm right in saying, Southgate referenced this, since 1961, which is a long time ago. I believe that might even be before Stevie was born.
Whoa. Whoa.
Is it?
61?
Well, I was born, he's right. I was born in 61, but it was December.
Oh.
He's probably right.
That's the way. Right. Do we need to look ahead of this game that much? I don't think we do. Meanwhile, for Portugal...
You're in a hurry.
Well, it's Italy, England. They play all the time. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo could break a record for Portugal if he plays in their qualifier, because it would be his 197th international appearance, which means that he would be the most capped player in the history at international level in football. Is there any argument to say, Stephen, that Roberto Martinez should have just cut the umbilical cord, let him go off into the sunset, and this can be a fresh start, and you don't have to deal with Ronaldo and all the circus that's around it?
Well, if we're talking about... if Roberto Martinez did not pick him for the squad and doesn't play him, he better get a plane ready when the final whistle goes to get out. Because you cannot stop Ronaldo getting this record. If you do that, you'd as well not going back to Portugal.
So you give him the record and then what? Drop him then? That's it? Done?
Well, you've got to be smart about it. If he gives you something, whether it's off the field rather than on the field,
what's he going to give you off the field?
Well, he might be good around the rest of the players.
Haven't we seen signs that that's complete opposite?
No, we're talking about Portugal. We're not talking about a club team, Dan. It's completely different.
Right.
I bet his attitude is completely different.
But if you're Martinez, do you want him there faffing about?
After this game?
Yeah.
Different ball game.
OK.
This game, you cannot not have him in the squad, and you cannot not play him.
Yeah, how did he react when he was dropped?
I think, well, actually, from the perspective of Portugal fans during the World Cup, I think they actually said, oh, finally, for this team in this moment, Cristiano's not right. And I think a lot of them backed the Fernando Santos when he made that move. But equally, after everything he's done for Portugal, to not call him up when he's on the verge of breaking a men's record, because let's not forget, I think the women's record is like 322 caps or something in international football. That reminds me of years ago when Gary Lineker had a chance to break Sir Bobby Charlton's record for England, and and he gets substituted, and he's like, and he's a goal away. That just seems kind of cruel and mean-spirited. It's the first game of the qualifiers. Call him back. You're a new manager. You've never worked with him before. See how it is around the camp. Let him go and break the record. And then, if you feel that it's not going to be constructive, well, then you don't need to call him again and take responsibility for it. But to have done this beforehand, I think that would have just been mean-spirited and frankly stupid from Roberto.
Frank, would you like to upset the Ronaldo fans by taking a contrary view to this?
No, I think it would be only fair to call Ronaldo, especially playing against Liechtenstein, where I guess Portugal don't risk anything by losing that game, and because Ronaldo will be on the field, I think it's only nice to give a tribute to Ronaldo and maybe see, as Gab said, after what you're going to do, according to the team that they have to play. But really, there are no risks whatsoever for Roberto Martinez to call for that game Ronaldo and give him all the tribute that he deserves.
couple of things here. How Roberto Martinez gets the job at Portugal after failing with Belgium is beyond me, but that's besides the point. Combo package of games that you have an opportunity to do whatever you want with Cristiano Ronaldo. Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. Well, what a chance am I taking here and putting Ronaldo on the field?
It's like Conmebol, Ellie.
Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. Of course, go ahead, go break the records, go score whatever amount of goals you want. But I do think that at some point you have to create this separation because you do not want a moment and a place in time in a game that matters. Ronaldo is lingering over here because he's no longer good enough to play for you. Gonzalo Ramos is over there. He's not scoring the goals, and this guy's saying, I can score, I can score, I can go in there, let me play, I can score. You don't want this. You don't need this, Roberto Martinez. You don't want this, you don't need this. Do it for the first couple of games because you can afford to do this. After that, you got to make some serious decisions.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.